CommonGround.
CommonGround is a group of farm women who want to be a resource for consumers who want to know more about how their food is grown. In this story, we are heading to central Nebraska to hear from a volunteer on the importance of irrigation in our state.
Well, if you're driving down the interstate over the summer months, you may see some irrigation going on in the fields. You may wonder what that is. Joining me now with more on this is Rene Blauhorn. Maybe first of all, tell us what kinds of irrigation operations there are out there.
So today there are two main types of irrigation that people are using, and those are the big pivots you'll see when you're driving down the road. Those are the most costly, but they require the least amount of man hours, which is nice. And then one thing you may not see are irrigation pipe. They're laying alongside of the crop using gravity to flow the water down as the farmer opens the gates, and those run more constantly because they're slower than a pivot. Those are the two main types. Some people have it set up where you can run it through your phone, so it's really nice. You can turn it on and off very easily from inside your home. The third type that's not very commonly used yet, as it's new, is drip irrigation, and that's basically an underground soaker hose.
So there are a number of types of irrigation operations, but now a lot of times you see the pivots out in the fields. Why is irrigation so important to producers in our state?
We cannot rely on the rain here in Nebraska, and so that's why we have to have that supplemental irrigation to use in case of a drought or a not very rainy season. And it also depends on the soil type as well. Some farmers will need to irrigate more than others depending on how absorbent their soil is.
Do you find that producers are irrigating more sandy soil, or what kinds of soil might need more irrigation?
Yes, so here where I'm from in central Nebraska, it's quite sandy, so we have to water very frequently because the water doesn't stay in the soil as well. In other parts of Nebraska, they have a more clay-like soil, so it's very absorbent and holds moisture very well, so they will not be having to irrigate as often. And that's often the case as you move east across the state. They typically have more clay-like soil and are not irrigating as often.
All right, well, Rene, thank you very much. That's very good information. And you're going to be coming back later with a recipe to share with us.
Yes, that's right. I'll be making no-bake s'mores bars by the Pioneer Woman.
Sounds good. Okay, we'll see you in a few minutes.